All right, today we're going to be putting on the straps for my legs and I'll be testing them out. Right now I've got just these storage straps that are just gonna go around my legs. Later on I might have a better pair or something different. I'm gonna have about 2 per leg, one on the thigh, maybe one on the shin or on the ankle. But I'm doing the straps today because somebody commented and said that I should do the straps now and do the waist later or at another time. But while it was last week, I ordered something for a waist, but I got this, and I don't know if any of y'all can tell. This is not just aluminum. This is another aluminum composite. No, actually though, this is aluminum, but it's a little bit of a thicker one. I didn't think that it'd be this thick. I thought it'd be able to wrap around my waist, but as you can tell, it's not even long enough to do it. And so if I get the chance today, I will be using this stuff instead, just thin galvanized aluminum that I'm going to cut into sheets and maybe have a stack of 2 and just wrap it around, try and see if it'll keep in place. But yeah, mainly the straps are going to be today, and I'm going to be going to the track and or walking around my parents' acreage and seeing how they work out, what I'm going to have to sand down a little bit, and just anything else that might be an inconvenience. The main things that I'm thinking that I'm going to have to sand down are a little bit more of where my heel is going to be, and that's mainly all that I'm really thinking that I'm going to have to sand down, only because this stuff is jutting out a whole bunch and it will not be the best if it just stabs into my heel every single time that I walk. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on I'm gonna start on placing the straps on these legs, and we'll see how they work out. Well, I got one leg attached. I figured out that the straps are going to be a little too long for my legs, so they'll wrap around multiple times. But I will put these on. I've got some spare shoes that I'm going to use instead of my boots that I normally wear. And then once I get these on and good, I will put on the straps for the other leg and see if I need to place the straps anywhere different. More than likely I won't need to, because now I'm really looking at it, the ankle won't really have a use of putting it on. Well, I mean, it could have a use, but there won't be enough room for 2 rivets like I've been putting on these. And so yeah, I will put these on and get back with y'all whenever I do that. So the straps do work, but I figured something out. It's not so much the rivets at the ankle that really gets you, it's this little edge right here, and the size of shoe. I didn't think that my shoe would be kind of, or my toes would kind of be wanting to burst out of my shoe right now, but they are. And so I'll still try and see if I can walk around. I mean, they're feeling pretty nice as of right now. I mean, I'm able to move my leg pretty well. I'll probably have a better video of me moving my leg, but it does feel kind of nice. It's just, yeah, no, it is pretty nice. But let me get that video of me moving my knee a little bit better. But yeah. While I was putting on the straps, I figured out that my knee part actually doesn't do anything, and that my shin and the knee part actually goes perfectly with where my knee should be. So on my next design, I will more than likely take out this knee part, or take out the hinge, and actually just make them fold. So it'll be like one on top of another. But yeah, next I'm gonna do this one, and then I will go walking around my yard and seeing how it goes. And if they go rather well, then I'm gonna go to the track, see if I can run a little bit. More than likely, I'll try and drive with these on, only because they took about 5 minutes to put on, only because of the way that I have to keep my shoe, or my heel, and this part, my foot part, together to actually get into the shoe. And then also just strapping everything down, trying to make it not move. But yeah, these are pretty fun to have on. It really is. It's just another thing that's just fun to mess around with. Well, I got both of the legs on, as you can tell. I had to shorten up, really, the this strap right here, because on this leg I can't have anything in my pockets whenever I do that, and so I had to put down the strap. But here's a real test. I'm gonna see if I can squat and see if anything will really hurt me. Ooh. There's one rivet, or the set of rivets, that's on the top of my heel. So these guys, I ran a little bit with this leg. I could tell that the rivets were really digging in my heels, so I grinded down those, and I grinded down the edge of the composite. But now here's the real test, is I'm gonna go walk around in my yard and see how it does, how it compares to actual walking just normally. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with that. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. And we'll go on from there. So right now, just walking around, these don't feel too bad. The only thing that I can see is with this part right here, while I'm squatting down, it's really digging into my ankle or Achilles, I guess. But it's feeling good, as you can tell. As you can tell, I'm able to walk just fine. I'm gonna have to really grind down these rivets. Well, oh, that's not even that. It's the actual like edge of the aluminum composite that's digging into my heel. Surprisingly, it's not doing that too much with this leg. It's mainly doing it with this leg. But what I might also have to do, whenever I'm walking around, it'll click. This one will click. Just like that, but this one won't. Oh, I found the reason why. But I mean, yeah, this is why. This is my first test of them, just so that I can see all that I'd need to do with these guys. But it really gives you no restrictions really while walking around. It really doesn't. But yeah, it's pretty fun to walk around in these. Once I get the heel part done, I will go to the track and see how I do running wise. But yeah, I'll try and see if I can get a natural walking video, I guess. So yeah, I will see y'all once I get my left leg done to a sorta satisfaction, since I mean I can't really do anything too much now since it's all riveted in. And but yeah, I'll see y'all then. So one thing that I thought about but really didn't do anything for is the nuts. So on my right leg, the nut and bolt was one to come out, was one to unscrew. So I had to screw that in. I think that was mainly the reason for it rattling. But next time I might give me some Loctite and just put it on the bolt and washer and just see how that works. But another thing, after I took these guys off, is that I didn't even think about the way that your foot sits. And so this one's got a little bit of a curve to it. I'm glad it actually wanted to go with my foot. And this one doesn't have too much of a curve, but it still kind of wants a curve. And so that was pretty cool. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sand. These are the edges that I was talking about that was getting into my I don't want to call it an Achilles, but I don't actually know what it's called. But yeah, I'm gonna go sand those down right now, and then I shall go to the track and see how they work out. So with this part of the video, the audio quality was not the best, but mainly what I'm trying to do here is run around the track, see if it does dig into my legs, how I actually run in them, and all this other jazz. Now you might be able to see me on the other side of the track, but whenever I was running, it was mainly digging into my Achilles, I guess is what you would call it. But it was not the best feeling, especially whenever I had worn it after a while, but mainly it felt good while walking / running, and just was a good prototype for it being my first try on it. But yeah, yeah. Well, I just ran a lap. I forgot how kind of hard it is. I haven't had to run a lap since high school. That's been about 2 years. But while I was running, the heel part definitely got to me. I'm definitely gonna have to grind that down a little bit more. But I felt like I looked like I was running like Forrest Gump whenever he had those braces on. I felt pretty weird running, only because, I mean, I've got these leg things on, these leg braces, kinda braces at this point. But yeah, it didn't go as bad as what I thought. It might go a little worse whenever I add the waist in, only because I don't really have a mechanism to really twist my hips right now. But other than that, I think it went pretty well, and I'll see you back in the shop whenever I get there and start to do any adjustments that I need to. Think about is whenever I have the final design or the next design, I'm gonna definitely try and take off these, because stepping in and out of the car, I don't know if you can see it too well, but just about right there, it wounded me just getting out of the car and getting in. But yeah, these did feel really well, other than just the point that I've been talking about. But other than that, I don't think I'll change up too much right now. I will most definitely have to think about the bending of the leg, because your leg just doesn't go straight down. It wants to curve where your knee is mainly. And while looking at it now, I can see that. But that's just another thing that I got to think about. But I mean, something else is getting some Loctite for the nuts and bolts. Like I said earlier, it's just the nut that wants to come off is the one connected to the thigh. But I mean, it's not too bad. It hasn't wanted to fall off yet. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty fun to just run around in this or walk around. And I'll have this on till maybe the end of the day and see how it feels, feel how it sees, and all that other jazz. But yeah, it was fun doing this today. I don't know if I'll make that last video of how it feels for the rest of the day, but if I don't, I want to thank everybody that's commented so far. It's real nice to have you comment and say inspirational things or reply back with any suggestions, especially the one from last week saying that I should do the straps now instead of doing the waist, because with that I was able to see how it feels with just no waist on, and it allowed me to think about what I can do with the waist and having a no motors being able to move my thigh in and out. But it's been real fun. Thank y'all so far. I know it's only the 4th video, but I still want to thank y'all. It's been a whole lot of fun. But yeah, Fred.